What you doing to my horse? What is going on, y'all? Jason over here at Cog Hill Farm. I got the horses some few things. Actually Miss Maggie more than the other guys because they already have this in their pasture, but I got her horse vitamins. I got some fly spray for Willie and Reska. Got Maggie a salt block holder and got her a salt block as well. I know she's technically only going to be over there for 2 weeks, but she still needs, you know, some salt and her vitamins, so it won't go to waste. We can put it all together. Spray bottle for the fly spray. Got some Redmond salt with some garlic in it that I can sprinkle on her food. It was time for me to go a little grocery shopping for the horses today. But I got to go show y'all something. I told y'all one more day. I was right. One more day was spot on. And I'm going to go ahead and grab, look, you can see them already, look. One more day was exactly what it took. Now, if you don't know what this is our fly-eating wasp. Basically what it is. And so it is time for me to go put these guys out because they are definitely hatching out right there. All right, let's go get these guys out. We gotta go get Miss Maggie fixed up with her new stuff. I gotta actually mend a few fences today, and who knows what else we're gonna get into. Y'all come on. Holly's gonna have to run beside me until we get all this unloaded. The back's full of stuff, and that salt block is, I tell you what, they say they weigh 50 pounds, but they're kind of like bags of concrete. You know, you get a 50-pound bag of concrete and it feels like it weighs 150 pounds. That's how salt blocks always make me feel. I mean, a feed bag's 50 pounds and it don't feel nothing like a salt block does. Well, Holly will have her seat here in just a second. She needs the exercise anyways, I can promise you. There's Miss Maggie coming to greet me. We got you a few goodies, girl. All right, Maggie, we're gonna get you a salt block here, girl. First of all, we got your salt block holder right here. Yes, ma'am. This is gonna be your salt block holder right there. Let me go get your salt block. All right, babe, here's your salt block right here. Say it's 50 pounds, but it feels like 250 pounds. So does. There you go. There you go. Hit you a lick or two of that right there. How's your hay look? You got hay? You got hay? You got hay? Got that salt in my darn cut on my finger, though. Sure did. Goodness gracious. I will say this. She is definitely settling in. I saw her and Nugget almost nose to nose. I couldn't get my camera out fast enough to get the picture. But also I saw her and I think it was Ernest T that were about that far from each other earlier this morning. So that's big because they can be really skittish. And so new things like that, especially new animals, that is pretty big to see her not being nervous around the emus for sure. She getting a lot. There she goes. There you go, baby. I figured you needed that. Now she's going to town on that salt block. So salt is very important to almost all of our animals here. We have salt for everyone. The goats, the other horses. The only animal here that doesn't need salt, or extra salt, I should say, or a salt supplement, are the pigs. So you have to be kind of careful with salt around pigs. You really do not want any loose salt around a pig. Hey Maggie, you ain't gonna believe this girl, but I'm fixing to put out these little bitty tiny wasps right here. They ain't gonna bother you. They don't bother anybody. The only thing they like are flies and fly larvae. Hey, I want to tell y'all, I got 2 emails this week. One person that raised pigs, and the other person was a farm as well. Both of which use the same company and used or uses these little fly control, what do they call them? They call them fly eliminators. Fly eliminators right here. And both were positive, absolutely positive right here. They claim they absolutely work. Matter of fact, the mini pig farm, they said that they thought that they didn't have any flies anymore and they didn't need to use these anymore. And they stopped. And they said as soon as they stopped, it wasn't too much longer, there were the flies. And they quickly realized that this is why that they didn't see any flies. So that makes me super happy and extremely excited to know. Organic, no chemicals, this is awesome. If it works, this is awesome. And I did get some feedback that I was distributing them correctly. And, you know, manure spots that ain't been cleaned out, around the hay piles, all that is perfect. Now, one of them said that you don't want to get them near ants, your fire ants, because they will eat them. So, let me make sure our fence is off. Good morning, honey. Good morning, Jess. How y'all doing this morning? We about to put out some little wasp eggs, that's all. It always sounds terrible and dangerous. I know every time I say it, we're gonna use these wasps or put these wasp eggs out, or I'm using these wasps to control flies. It always freaks people out, and it does sound a little odd, I will say that. All right, we're on highway to heaven up there. You wanna see them? You wanna see them? Come here and check them out. You wanna see them? Yeah. They don't smell good. No, they don't. They definitely don't smell good. All right, let's get the cows areas first, and we're gonna come around here and sprinkle some out around here as well. But I am happy to know that I got 2 amazing stories on how these actually work. So I talk about it all the time. I love doing a layered system because honestly, I've learned there's no surefire way, 100%, one thing that you do on a farm that usually works, you know, for almost anything around here. So fly control, we're gonna have this. We're cleaning up the pastures. We got our fly curtains up there. I do have fly spray if I need it. What's going on, little man? How you doing, buddy? I'm fixing to get in there now. Don't run me down. All right. The only thing I'm not doing this year, y'all, I'm not putting up them stinky fly traps, okay? I'm not. Now, this company even makes those, but some of y'all told me this last year, and this company who makes fly traps, them stinky ones you hang up, they even say the same thing. Those actually will attract flies. Well, you think that's great. It's going to attract flies to it and kill them, but it may attract flies from over here on this cow pasture or this cattle farm right across the street from me. I don't want that, right? We only want to eliminate the flies that are on our property and not add any more, right, buddy? This thing's got a little, there it is. How you doing today? Huh? How you doing today? You're getting a little friendlier and friendlier, aren't you? I'm gonna get you some showing off cow treats, and then we're gonna see how friendly you can really get. Not that friendly though, huh? Not that friendly. Last time we did like this and covered some of them up. like so, like that right there. All right, we got some put out there. I'm gonna continue on, and this will be round 2 of the fly control. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. All right. I will say this. I did put the majority of them out here with the cows last time. The cows really are not having that much fly pressure whatsoever over here. I also noticed that Maggie doesn't seem to have many flies at all on her whatsoever. But I have noticed that Willie and Reska are having some fly pressure. So it kind of makes me wonder if these guys aren't working pretty well, and I may put some more over there with Willie and Reska than I did last time. All right. But I got that one bag put out right there. And y'all, I forgot how many I got. I went ahead and paid for the whole year. That way I'd get on that subscription service and it comes every single month like it's supposed to. Because I knew if I didn't, I'd forget. I'd forget to order them. And then I'd be in a fix. Also later this morning, my main man Derek over at the Flying Peach, that's our farrier. He is coming to look at all the horses' feet, including Miss Maggie, and see if anybody needs anything done. I think Willie's look like his needed to be trimmed up. I don't know about Miss Maggie's, and Derek will do what he needs to do there. Of course, he'll look at Jessie and Honey too, but their hooves don't grow very fast. So Peaches and Pocket stall right here. This gets cleaned out every day because it's such a small area. And you can see I cleaned it out this morning, and Pocket has already decided that I should have waited. I'm gonna put a little bit right there. Peaches, I'm just putting out these little wasps, you know, gotta clean that up. Appreciate that, Pocket. I do appreciate that. All right. Good morning, babies. Look out. Look out. Look out. They put some of these guys out around here for y'all. Yeah. All right. I think we're going to save the rest for the horses. I'm going to put one more right here, buddy. Right here. The rest are going to go for the horses. What's going on, Laura? Hey, Miss Laura. Hey, baby. Let's go take care of Willie and Reska's area. They'll be done. And then maybe Derek, the farrier, will be here shortly. And we can get on to getting them fences fixed. I got sidetracked when I was talking about our layered approach to fly control. And I was saying, you know, we got the parasitic wasp that eat the flies and the fly larvae. We got the cattle curtain. We got keeping the pastures and the stalls and everything as clean as we possibly can. Then we got garlic. I put garlic powder, or use the garlic salt from Redmond's for the animals. So I have that. And purple martin houses. You know, we're attracting purple martins. We got the barn swallows that are coming. They all also eat flies. So that is my multi-layered approach to fly control. And this is the most extensive it's ever been this year. So fingers crossed that it works out well. Hey girl, pretty sure you can fit now. Come on, load up, let's go. Come on, load up, let's go. Come on. Where's your baby? You forgot your baby over there. Don't leave your baby. Now let's go, come on. Come on, let's go. Come on, atta girl. Atta girl. All right, we gotta go put these out over yonder by the horses. And then we gotta fix fences and meet Mr. Derek. How about that? We'll put it right there, okay? We're gonna leave it right there. I really need to watch these guys here. I tell you what. See, they're all interested in Maggie. And I tell you what we're gonna do. We're not gonna drive in there, we're just gonna walk. Maggie's interested in them, y'all hear them? They are going back and forth there. They didn't do that yesterday. They're doing it today. And that is completely normal right there. Now they're just talking back and forth to each other. Now I will say this, when we do put them together, there may be some static, okay? There is a hierarchy when it comes to horses. Just like it is chickens, just like it is goats, just like it is with the donkeys. There is a hierarchy, okay? And so what Maggie's probably going to do, but it's only 2 horses, so it's really not going to be super bad. If it was more than 2, if it was 5 or 6, what she's going to do is she's going to test them all and figure out who's the leader and the boss of the pack, okay? They got rankings. You got the general, and then you got the lieutenant, and then you got the sergeant. Horses are the same way. Same as that way. So there will be some, going on here, and she's going to figure out if she needs to be a sergeant or a lieutenant, but it's only 3 horses. But if it was more, to kind of give you an idea where she lies in that pack, okay, or that herd. And then once she figures out, hey, I'm not going to be the boss of these guys, which one of these horses is going to take care of me and protect me? So there will be, a hierarchy, and there will be some little scuffling going on when we do put them together. But it shouldn't be that bad. These are 2 older horses. It's just 2, it's not 5, 6, 7 of them. And we do have a plan before we just turn Maggie completely loose in this pasture as well. All right, buddy, I'm just gonna walk in here because I don't need y'all getting out. I don't think y'all would, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Gonna put your little bugs out. Don't let it scare you. I really don't know how far these guys travel. I need to look that up, Willie. I really don't know. But I am going to put some over here on their side for sure. And too, horses and cattle, they will get different flies, A certain fly may like cattle versus horses and vice versa. It's always crazy to me that flies do not care for goats. I don't know particularly why. Goats are different, but you hardly ever see any flies messing with the goats. Now I'm sure that, their manure and whatnot will attract them. But you don't have to really do any spraying or anything like that. They don't pester the goats like they do the other animals, especially cows and horses. Now I will say this, the pigs will get flies on them, but to me they're not as bad as the cows and the horses. It's like the cows, horses first, pigs are second, goats they don't bother at all. Let's see if I can find anything over here. This is so clean. I think I'll just put just a little over here, not many. I think that's all. I'll save these for somewhere else because it's just not really an ideal spot over there, honestly. Y'all, I just cannot believe how well he's doing with that front foot. I mean, look at that. I just can't believe it. I cannot believe that medicine Dr. D gave him did that much improvement along with the Lubricin. I mean, he doesn't hold that foot up, he doesn't limp, he doesn't stick it out. I mean, his foot is feeling, I don't know if it's 100%, but it's fairly normal. And I know he's one happy fella. There's old Maggie over there. I see you, Mags. Oh goodness. FedEx is here. Holly's gotta go let them know. Jiminy crickets. Hey girl. Hey, I gotta go check fences. Yeah, I gotta go check fences. All right, let's go get some tools so we can get these fences fixed, all right? You act like you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Yeah. All right, let's get our tools here, and we're going to just do a routine maintenance check on our fences. This is one thing that I think I'll enjoy riding Maggie to do, is checking the fences. Then I can come back and, you know, make repairs that need to be repaired. But that's one thing that I really think that I will enjoy riding Maggie, is just riding around, just walking slow paced and checking all the fences and making sure everything's okay. But let's see here, we need to get our stapler. I know I got some rebar that needs stapling, and I need to check the tension wires on the fence and make sure they don't need any tension cranked out on them there. All right, girl, we got our tools. Let's go see what we can find, all right? And y'all, fence maintenance is one thing that I cannot stress enough. Got to check your fences for anything. See, right now I'm looking at the rebar, making sure I don't have any rebar that's down. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This right here, the rebar right there on my H post. I want to make sure these are locked in, and these are, no issues there. Because a lot of times those will come loose, and I got them stapled to that H post up there. So if we're looking for any of those we see down, I'm going to show you this other thing that we're looking at right here besides the rebar. And that is these right here. Now these will get loose because wood will contract. That needs to be stapled. It's gonna come undone right there. So that's what we're looking for. But wood will contract and expand. So these will get loose on you. And that may cause your fence, or I mean your gate, to start sagging on you, and you don't want that. So just you know, just take yourself, I don't know, depending on how much fencing you got, you know, make it a habit of just checking your fences 15, 30 minutes, depending on how much time you want to spend on it, you know. And to be honest with you, it's kind of therapeutic to me. I mean, especially on a day like today, it feels good. You're riding around, it's breeze, it's just you and your dog, or possibly your horse, and just relaxing. You don't have not thinking about anything in the world. Your mind's clear, and yeah, I just enjoy doing it. Honestly, I enjoy cleaning the pastures too. It's kind of therapeutic to me as well. That's almost like playing whack-a-mole sometimes. You know that game? It's kind of like that to some degree, but it's too therapeutic. Put my AirPods in, can listen to an Audible book, can listen to some music, and just sit back and enjoy it. Right, girl? All right, y'all, I got all the fences done and taken care of. Everything needed to be tight. Hey, your feet need trim. Let me get Derek look at your feet. Cause guess what? Guess what I found out? Derek said that he can do pigs and goats if we need him to. Yeah, he can. But you wasn't on the schedule today. But I'm just saying. And matter of fact, Derek's pulling up right now. He is. So we'll see when he wants to look at your feet and give you a petty. And right now he's fixing to take care of all the horses for us, okay? All right.
That rock up in there.
Oh, I see that rock.
These ain't much dang.
Ain't much to cut, huh? She good.
Yeah, because if you take too much, then she'll be walking on her sole. You know.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
got a pretty good foot.
Okay.
That little broken piece off. See, she had an abscess at one time.
Oh, okay.
He done cleaned it up and killed it.
Good.
He did a good job, don't he?
He did do a good job. We were told this was his baby.
Oh, baby.
Yep.
How old is he?
15.
Oh, yeah, she knows.
Yeah. She knows what to do, don't she?
Yep.
Good.
Good old Mustang rolls he puts on it.
She saw you and lifted it up as soon as you walked over there.
You see how she had some kind of dead toe in both her front toes.
Okay.
He killed the fire out of it. Those dry the bone in there.
Good. Maggie, you good, girl. Look at her like that. It's unreal. Maggie, you didn't need nothing. Except got a rock out. That's it.
That's it. That rock would have come out early. But she
Good deal.
We did a good job on her.
Well, we can turn you loose then. As if we needed to really catch you.
And I tell you, her feet are so hard, Jason, you won't never have to worry about putting shoes on or nothing.
Okay.
If you do a lot of riding, even if you do a good bit of riding.
She's got good feet.
Yes, she got good solid feet.
Good deal. I'm going to give you this hoof when he gets done. Yeah, dogs know when Derek pulls up. Treat time.
Like, oh yeah, that's my feet right there. Counting for it.
You look good, buddy. You looking good. Let's see if you're going to be as good as Willie. I bet you are.
Yeah. She ain't going nowhere.
She ain't going nowhere. Her feet look good, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Good deal.
I mean, every horse here got, I'm on dry feet. That's dry.
Good.
Right now, I got a lot of white line and wet frogs.
Really?
On a lot of horses. That's why I'm surprised about it.
See how good he's walking now? Look at that.
Right.
That's unreal, isn't it?
Yeah. He is walking like that.
Unreal.
We kept putting shoes on him. We're just waiting on that medicine to kick in.
Yep. Well, y'all, that went well. You probably heard Derek and myself talking in the video, but all the horses were great. They all look good. He just loves how hard and dry our horses' hooves are here. Also, if you noticed, well, two things. Number one is that Maggie didn't need anything, and Maggie's previous owner had been doing a jam-up job on her feet. And if you notice, Maggie and Reska did it on her back feet. She didn't do it on her front feet. But Maggie did it, and that is when Derek walked over to whichever foot, she would automatically hold the foot up. He didn't have to touch her or anything, which was pretty cool to see. Reska did it on her back feet. Reska would pick her back foot up for Derek. But they look great. Also, he probably heard us talking about Willie's foot that was in really, really bad shape. You know, he was almost to the point of being lame. And Willie has just turned the corner with that foot and ankle area. We were trying different shoes. We were trying different, just all kinds of stuff with Willie there. Cutting that foot different than the other ones. And, you know, Derek was doing everything he knew to do, but Willie has made a complete 180 with that leg and foot, and gosh, just amazes me. Now, Dr. D is supposed to come this week, later at the end of this week, and I got to ask him about when Willie needs that next injection for that issue, and I'm curious if that's something that we got to do, you know, every year for the rest of his life, which is, if that's what we got to do, that's what we'll do. Or if that's something that, if that gets well enough or heals up enough, that we don't have to do it anymore. So I got to remember to ask Dr. D that when he comes later this week to check all the horses. I did say in the last video that we're going to give our horses their vaccines for the year. But also he is going to check Reska's teeth. I told y'all she is dropping food, so he's going to check her teeth out. I doubt he'll float her teeth that day, but he might. He might. If not, he'll probably come back in the next couple of days and go ahead and float her teeth if they need it. I got a feeling they do, because she is dropping feed and Willie is not. And of course, Maggie's not at all, and Pocket doesn't drop any feed, so. You like it when Derek comes, don't you? Every one of y'all. Look, I got you a surprise, though. I do. Let's see where I put it. Right here. Here you go. It is funny, y'all, because they know Derek's truck. And Derek only comes about every 6 weeks. So it's not like he comes, you know, weekly. But they know Derek's truck. They don't fuss. They don't jump. They don't. Usually when a strange vehicle pulls up at the gate, they're going to go up there and let everybody know that, you know, this is protected property here. They don't do it with Derek. Not at all. Come on in, Derek. Come on. We're ready for you. You need some help? All three of us. Now, three of us is Rocky, Bandit, and Holly. They're willing to help Derek any day. Y'all just having you a Waller party over here now. One of y'all needs to learn how to make mud pies. I honestly don't know who loves the water more or the mud, you or them two fellas behind you. Nope. What you doing to my horse?
Whose horse?
You ain't trying to turn her on me, are you? Oh, goodness. She's a sweet girl, isn't she?
Sweetheart.
She is a sweetheart.
She came to visit me as soon as she saw me walking up.
Yeah, that's her. The only thing that I found that she is a little unsure of, that is my camera.
Well, I have this bag that somebody dropped off at the farm stand.
Yeah.
And when I started walking up here, she was a little unsure of the bag. But then once she realized
I see that.
okay, then.
Well, I told her that if the camera's got her a little worried, it won't be long that she'll figure out that that ain't gonna hurt her.
It won't be long.
Not the camera.
Sweet girl, yes you are.
Well, I appreciate you hanging out with us today, helping me out with the fences and putting out those fly eliminators and getting to see Derek check everybody's feet and work his magic. Hope you have the best day ever today. Catch y'all on the next one. And as always, y'all be good. All right, Reska, let's get you, girl.